Hey guys, it's Haley, and in this video, we are going to be learning this simple solo from John Mayer. I made it my own here, but it's inspired by Vultures, very similar to it. And I wanted to teach you this kind of solo and these licks because I think it's really perfect for anybody that's in that beginner to intermediate-ish phase of playing electric and they're wanting to learn how to play with taste and emotion and character. This solo keeps it really simple scale-wise, but it really has a lot of good bends and sort of these like ghost note type things and some nice slides and stuff that you can really learn how to play with emotion using your left and right hand. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so we are going to be playing in the key of F sharp here. That's interesting, huh? F sharp minor, and we're going to be using this scale. So starting on your A string here, we have our root note. So this is our F sharp note, and here's going to be what that pentatonic scale looks like. Okay, so for this, we're going to start with this bend, stacking the fingers behind the 12th fret on the B string. And we have to do this big bend up to this note is what it's going to sound like. And as you do this, really taking your time to reach that note is a way of kind of building this and giving it this like sort of voice-like sound. And then bring it back down and we're going to go to the 12th fret. And here you can give a little bit of vibrato. And now 2 times on the G string, 11th fret. And then now we have 10th fret on the B string. Rather than just doing like this, we're gonna go and pull this string a little bit. So it's not even like a half bend. It's just like a little tiny, tiny bend here on that B string, pulling it down. And then 2 times on that G string. So overall we have this. And now we're gonna go back to the B string on the 10th fret, and we're going to do a big bend now on the 12th fret. And you can either do 2 bends here, or do a little bend, half bend down, and then bend it back up like this. And now I'm doing kind of my own thing here from the normal solo. I'm doing a big bend on the 12th fret, again, reaching this note. And then pinky goes on the 12th fret of the high E string. And then I'm bringing this down here. So hit E string, bring that B string down. And then I'm doing 10th fret again on the B string. And then a little bend on the 12th fret. Just like a tiny, little tiny bend. So these bends, you can see how they all are kind of different. So that's kind of interesting rather than just like every bend being the same. They're all kind of different, like they take a different time to get there, different times, and they also are different amounts of bending these strings to reach different notes, which is actually pretty hard to do when you're really getting into it. Okay, so now going into the next part. Just a bend on the 12th fret and then bring it down. So just straight down here. So 12, bend, and then 12. And then I'm going to go on the 11th fret of the G string. So now I have 2 times on the 9th fret, 12th fret, and you can use your pinky here if you'd rather. I like to use this finger so I can just slide it up here. And then sliding onto the 14th fret. So this is just a quick note, and I'm using my palm to quickly cut off this note. So you hear that just as like a short cut off here. And then 12. And then I'm doing this quick hammer on back into the 14th fret. So. And then doing another 12th fret. And then now I'm doing this little bend on the 12th fret. and I'm bringing it up and then back down, but all in one pick stroke. And then I'm just pulling right off to my 10th fret, and then 11, 11 on G. And then I'm doing, again, 10, and doing that same bend, bring it up and down all in one pick stroke. And then end with 2 on the 11th fret of the G, and then a dramatic slide away. So let's go ahead and do this thing all together really slow. So with this, I hope that this helps you just play around with character. These don't all have to be exactly what I did, but just kind of listening through this solo. There's also the live version that John Mayer does, and kind of paying attention to just different options that you can do with bends and slides, and how you cut off your note with your right hand to make it a quick note or let it ring. These little tiny nuances are what add all that character to your solo. So just a quick and simple lesson that I wanted to show you here if you are kind of struggling with this. So I hope that this helps you learn a little bit about character and taste from John Mayer.